The story of the Mahabharata is one of two major epics of ancient India. It is said to have originated in 400 BCE and has been retold millions of times since, going through numerous iterations and transformations as it traveled throughout India and into Eastern Asia. The Mahabharata is considered a cornerstone of Hindu and Indian culture. Welcome to Not Your Mother's Mahabharata.
It's low tech.
This is not your mother's Mahabharata. Beware. It's fucking epic. Hosted by SPJ Rock.
Are you just going to play a whole episode through your phone?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no drinking in the side. Yeah.
All right.
Welcome, everyone, to Not Your Mother's Mahabharata podcast. I'm excited to say that and actually have people here who are the everyone. So thank you all for coming to this.
Woo!
Yeah, please. For our listeners, we are doing this live. We've never done a live show before. We're really excited to do this at Convergence.
Minneapolis.
In Minneapolis, yeah. So we're really happy to be here. So just a little background. The Mahabharata is this ancient Indian epic. It's said to be 10 times longer than the Odyssey and Iliad combined. So take that, Homer and Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, baby.
And we've been doing it like piece by piece, getting into other facets of Indian mythology. I'm really excited for today. And I'm going to introduce the other part of this machine, which is my wife, Azure Anderson. Hi.
Hello. I'm Azure. I'm the other part.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself, Azure?
Sure. I am a musician. I'm an artist. I am a podcaster. I'm a cat mom. I work in the choral arts, behind the scenes, doing all that jazz. So, just all over.
All that is true.
Oh,
Yeah.
fact check. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then we are very happy to welcome here Aaron King.
Hi.
Everyone, welcome Aaron.
Yay,
Aaron, share a little bit about yourself, including your two podcasts.
Yeah, I'm an RPG designer, and I co-host two podcasts. One is called RTFM. It's an RPG book club podcast with my co-host Max, who's a professor of games in Toronto. And then I just launched with my friend Caleb, who designed the Triangle Agency RPG, a podcast called Nightcrawler is My Boyfriend, where we read all the good X-Men comics while designing the perfect X-Men RPG.
Are there bad X-Men comics?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get that list from you so I don't make a mistake. Waste my time.
Yeah. No, there's plenty of good ones to waste your time on instead. All right, we're going to get down to our format. So first, I'm going to ask Azure.
Me?
What do you love about stories?
Oh my god, I haven't been asked this question in like 2 years. I think what I love about stories is that you can get completely lost in them, but still learn a lot from them. Like one of my favorite genres is historical fiction, because I love to have that semblance of what has actually happened in history, but then there's storyline over it. There's new characters, so my interest is more piqued. So I can still learn about the history, and then I can go back and fact check and make sure it actually happened. So I think learning things from stories, well, making it easier to digest, especially crazy history, dark history, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Ellen, what do you love about epics?
Oh.
I was going to talk about how I hate stories, but you twisted it. I read so many epics. I just finished Journey to the West.
Oh, nice.
And,
Wow.
I was an undergrad for English literature, so we had to read tons of epics. The Icelandic sagas, I think, are my favorites. I like them because they give a sense of place. They're not just to entertain. Like in Iceland, a lot of people are like, this story is about where my grandpa grew up. And it took place, 1,200 years ago or whatever. So that kind of grounding. Most people, I think a lot of people love the fantasy, the craziness. I like that it's like, this is the history of a place that we came from.
Sure.
We should talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, we should talk
I
about
like
that. So, our podcast is called Not Your Mother's Mahabharata. As I mentioned, big, giant Indian epic with 53 episodes in. And like I said, it's 10 times longer than the Odyssey and Iliad. It's got epic battles. It's got weapons given by gods from the heavens. All just crazy things happening.
Weird
And-
sex.
Weird
Oh, there's
sex.
so much weird sex.
Yeah.
I don't want to say weird.
Yeah,
I want to
definitely.
shame. I'm not here
Yeah.
to
Like,
say what's weird.
Inhuman.
Sure.
In
Inhuman
interesting sex, for
Yeah.
sure. Folks, I have something today that is better.
Oh my god.
That is better. I'm so excited to get into this story. I was researching it until 11:30. I could have gone on, and I just had to stop because I needed to be awake to do this.
I guess.
So-
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to begin. So, questions. You know the format. You've been on the podcast before.
I'm ready.
All
Yeah.
right.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for asking though.
Yeah, absolutely. So the backstory here is this. You have the god Shiva. And so Shiva has recently lost his wife and has been in deep, deep meditation for thousands of years. Because he is a god, he's one of the three primordial beings of the universe and has been meditating now and just kind of pulled himself just away from the world. Because he just doesn't want that shit anymore. He's done, you know, like he fell in love, didn't even want to fall in love, did, then she dies. He's like, fuck everything, just goes to the Himalayas and he's just spending, his plan is to spend his entire existence meditating. The gods need him to kind of come back and be part of society again, right? So they send Kamadeva, who is the god of love, to awaken him. And I was just making a face because this is backstory and she knows what
Guys.
happens. So Kamadeva, the god of love, shoots Shiva with a love arrow of flowers to awaken him. And Shiva awakens out of his meditation, and he's in this meditation again out of fury and anger and wanting to get away from the world.
no.
His third eye opens, and he fucking vaporizes Kamadeva. Just kills outright, turns him into dust, turns him into ash.
So sad.
That's what I do when people wake me up early too, though.
Right, yeah.
It must have been a Monday for sure.
Yeah, and
I
he
mean,
this was a deep, deep sleep too.
Oh.
So yeah, he was not expecting this at all. And then wakes up, vaporizes poor
the
Kamadeva.
flowers hit his forehead and just
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, just too much. Poor fellow. So Kamadeva is just ash. It's either Shiva's followers, and I've seen another rendition where it's Ganesha a little later. We're gonna say it's not Ganesha because I like Ganesha and he didn't make this big a mistake. But one of his followers has this desire to kind of assemble the ash together and makes kind of like a doll figure out of the ash. And this is brought to life. Brought to life, I think, really by Shiva himself, because he's out and about in the world again. Brings this doll to life, and it's either Shiva or it's Brahma, one of the other primordial gods in Hinduism, the creator, who sees this and feels like shame is what he says. Like he finds something really ugly about this, and the name is then Bandasura. So Asura is like a demon, and Banda is related to shame. And so this demon is called basically the shame demon, Bandasura.
Shame demon.
So he is
So sad.
love that has just been obliterated, and then also Shiva's third eye. So a lot of energy in this whole thing. So he comes to life, and called Bandasura, and starts doing all these penances. So starts doing all these meditations to basically make himself invincible and powerful and take over everything. So he takes over the heavens, he takes over the hells, he absolutely takes over the earth. Which I'd like to say is like, this is a big thing. It is a big thing, but this also happens a lot. If you listen to our podcast, it's like every fourth episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a demon that takes over everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, this demon, Bandasura, takes over everything. Some of the help he has is he's actually gone back to the pile of ash and he's assembled it himself, so he has two brothers as well. Very powerful brothers. One is very into the black arts, or the evil arts, and they take over everything. One of the demons does a spell that kind of permeates the air, and he takes away everybody's will. And this was
Oh, no.
unique. So he's taken everybody's will away. A lot of action happening behind.
Yeah, there's a lot of action back there.
And so, takes over everything, has absorbed their will, and he has been given a boon by Shiva that he prayed for, which is that whenever he fights someone, and I've seen some editions where whenever he fights male, because all the warriors are males at this point.
Sorry.
You'll start to like this more.
Oh, okay, good.
But not at this point. They will lose half their strength to him. So that's in addition to his own kind of strength, right? So that itself, and then the fact that everyone's like losing will makes him just invincible. And the gods have nothing they can do against him. So they perform what is known as a yagna. So they make a big ass fucking fire and start putting in all that kind of own devotions, and pure consciousness is one of the things that goes into that. Giant fire, the gods are doing it, and then out of this fire steps out a 16-year-old girl. Or rather, a 16-year-old goddess.
Goddess. Now we're talking.
Yes, and her name is Lalita Tripura Sundari. So Lalita Tripura Sundari comes out, I believe she's like got kind of coral red skin, absolutely beautiful,
Cool.
and said to also be like have the power of like 1,000 suns. So fuck the century as well, just for Marvel Comics. So she is the one who's gonna go into battle, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Women's rights.
Women's rights.
And
Yes.
women's wrongs.
I've been killed too,
Yeah.
you know. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So she is the one who's going to go to battle against Bandasura,
Yeah, baby.
right? Now Bandasura again has like taken over everything. They need something massive to fight him.
How big is he? Because I picture him like the gingerbread man. You know? Because he's like, they brought him to life as like this little, like,
Yeah.
built from ash little dude. How big is he?
You know what?
Does he just grow? Has he just grown a lot?
Probably, but I
Okay.
like that this is our edition where he's just this little like tiny geek.
He's just a little guy with a big
Yeah.
hammer or something?
Yeah.
Like,
So not actually the case, but feel free to think that for this episode. That's
Great.
fine. Yeah.
I will, thank you.
Okay, so Lalita Tripura Sundari needs to ride into battle. And so she has her own chariot.
Nice.
This thing is amazing. So I have the details of this chariot.
Yes.
Okay? So it was the Sri Chakra chariot. It is 36 miles wide.
Oh my god. Why?
Yeah, I was looking. They use something called yojanas in this, which is meant to be like 4 miles. Like that's why I was suddenly saw that. I'm like, oh, that's big. And then I'm like, oh wait, it's 4 times that. So
Why?
36 miles wide.
Okay.
Okay, 19 miles tall.
9-0?
90.
No. Okay.
90 miles tall. There are 9 levels to it.
Is there an elevator?
Yes.
Or escalators? Golden escalators?
Maybe a golden escalator. I'm hoping there's some details and things to it.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah,
Okay.
9 levels to it.
Crazy.
4 wheels, which doesn't sound like much.
Oh, you need some in the middle. It's gonna sag.
See, these
Belly's
wheels.
gonna drag.
It will. Yeah. However, these wheels are meant to signify what is known as the Vedas
Okay.
in Hindu mythology. So the books of wisdom.
Sure.
right? So they cast a spell and turn, like, as they turn the pumpkin into a carriage, they turn the Vedas into wheels.
Great.
So they're amazing wheels.
I can accept that.
Excellent. Good. And the one thing, what I love about Hindu mythology is that all of it is, and I mean, this is true about all mythology, but more intentionally, these are all inner battles we are having. Everything here is meant to be significant of like our inner selves. So
you have a 90-mile chariot inside you.
Yes, we will talk more about the 90-mile chariot in during questions. Make sure someone asks me that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
If you can ask it.
Everyone shut up about the chariots right now.
Shut up about it. It's not your insides. We're talking about outsides right now.
Outside chariot.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
got it.
Okay. So 4 horses, and the 4 horses are meant to signify like the Purva Shastras, which is kind of like your path to happiness. Okay? The thing about Lalita is that she's really all about love in the universe. And she is meant to signify the entire universe. And even the chariot is kind of based on the supposed makeup of what the universe looks like. So, yeah, fantastic chariot film.
Okay.
Sound system? Tape
Of
deck?
course. Yes.
6 CD changer?
Yeah. And one of those is just the Om.
Right.
Yeah.
One of them is the
Just
Just bumping the bass on the
Yeah.
dome.
Yeah. And then there are other mantras as well that are absolutely playing the whole time. So they're going to war. And one of the other things Lalita does is she summons all the oceans and makes them into drums.
The oceans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of transfiguration happening.
What? Okay.
Makes them into war drums.
Okay.
And they gather everyone into this. And she herself makes copies of herself, but makes millions of herself to be in her army. So you now have an army of millions and billions of women
Hell yes.
going into battle with this demon.
Do they all have the same outfits on? Is it a uniform? Are they different colors?
Yes, maybe, no, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll think about it and let you know.
Yeah, it can be, again, you know what, if we're looking at our own hearts and stuff, yes.
Great.
Yeah, maybe not wearing what I'm wearing right now, but yes,
Why not?
wearing armor, all of them just ready to go to battle and fight Bandasura.
They're decked to the 9 levels. That's what they are. They're decked to the 9.
They're what?
They're decked to the 9 levels.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of them are kind of on the chariot themselves, and so with her being, essentially she is the Shakti force, she is the feminine force in the universe. And along every kind of corner of her chariot, on all the 9 levels, is a different goddess.
Cool.
And even some gods are allowed to be here too. But mostly there's a lot of goddesses on every layer of this massive battle, war, love, chariot thing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hi, listeners. If you are enjoying the Not Your Mother's Mahabharata podcast, we invite you to visit our website, spjairaj.com, where you can see the other projects we've got going on. If you're a fan of mythic and magical-filled stories, you can check out my fantasy books and explore the magical world of Adajari, where my stories take place. You can read up on Imagination Life Coaching to see how I help creatives, individuals, and teams expand and apply their imagination towards living happier and more fulfilling lives. You can also look up my related self-help books that are inspired by global myths. If you live in the Twin Cities Metro and want to see me tell stories live, you can look up the calendar to see my upcoming shows. Or, if you're interested in bringing some storytelling and imagination directly to your community, there is the option to start that conversation on the website as well. And of course, you can check out all our episodes of the Not Your Mother's Mahabharata podcast. You can find all of this and more at spjairaj.com. That is spjayraj.com. All right, back to the show.
Bandasura himself now seeing the threat. Bandasura has also got his two brothers. He's making his own army, and he has created, before actually even Tripura came about, he made his own city. And so that's where like a lot of this has kind of been manifesting and doing his planning. So a giant, powerful city, all demons, all powerful demons, who knows how many.
Run by little guy. Run by the little guy.
Run by the little guy.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It's got step stools everywhere.
Mile high.
Yeah.
Mile high step stools.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So she needs to now figure out ways to kind of attack this thing. So the first thing is like the 30 sons are powerful motherfuckers. Powerful motherfuckers. She creates from herself, so she is Lalita Tripura Sundari. She makes from herself kind of Bala Tripura Sundari. So she is, Lalita is 16, Bala is 9.
Oh. Just a little lady.
Just a little girl, yes. And one of the main things that she does in this battle is she goes and beats all of these 30 sons of Bandasura. Right?
Yes.
So you have this 9-year-old, really lovely, beautiful girl. Like, like it means beautiful, their names. And she's going and like killing all these demons.
Just ripping out throats and slicing off
Yes.
heads and
Yeah.
oh yes.
In the name of love.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously, in the name of love. But she goes and she wipes these motherfuckers out.
That's amazing.
Right?
I love her.
The other thing Tripura Sundari does is she manifests, and this may be from like her left eye, she manifests someone known as Maitrini. And if I got that right, Maitrini is kind of, there's a goddess in Hindu mythology known as Saraswati. So Saraswati in Hindu mythology is one of the most well-known goddesses in Hindu mythology. She's the goddess of wisdom, of music. And so this person, Mantrini, is the tantric version of her.
Oh.
So she is like green-skinned. The way I think of Mantrini, since 12 hours ago when I discovered her, is that she's the heavy metal version of Saraswati.
Yeah, baby.
That's how I see her.
Yeah.
Right? So Mantrini is there, and then she is like the advisor of the army, and then she herself has her own I think it's like a 5-level chariot herself.
Where do they store these chariots?
This is like Mad Max now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The garages.
Totally Mad Max. Yes.
The garages alone have to be, they're a feat of construction.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They absolutely are.
Oh my God.
They're probably just like they put tiny little pieces in everybody's hearts,
Okay.
and then they bring it all together.
Sure.
Does a big Iron Man transformation into it.
I was thinking Care Bear style.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense with
That
with this goddess.
That does make a lot more
Oh.
sense. Agreed.
Yeah.
From her other eye, she brings out Varahi. Varahi has the head of a boar, and it's very similar to there's a Hindu avatar known as Varaha. We'll actually get to it in a bit. And so she's, like I said, she's kind of like a were-boar. And she is the general of the armies, right? So these two, in this big giant battle, they go out, and it's one of them kills one of the brothers, and the other kills the other brother. Right? So big massive attacks there, one to those two. She makes a whole bunch of other goddesses just from herself. I have not seen this in any other kind of Hindu mythology. And to see just an entire every main character in this is a woman. Every main character. And even I'll say the monstrous one, right? The one with the boar head is this is awesome. This is so awesome that that's kind of happened in the story, right? Dandani Varahi is the name of the boar. She has another one come out from her, or from one of her items that she holds. And this person is a champion of elephants. So you have another section of this huge army, and again, all women just riding war elephants into this battle.
So the elephant came out of a weapon?
Yes.
That she was holding?
The elephant goddess came out of the weapon. that
The
she was
elephant
holding.
goddess came out of a weapon. Okay.
Yeah, that she was holding.
Okay. Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot happening here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just trying to keep it straight.
And then she does another one with horses as well.
Okay.
Okay? So,
Horses are kind of a letdown after elephants.
I know, I wish
I
it started
should've
with
opened
horses.
with the horses,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, horses are magical creatures, but elephants.
yeah,
Come on.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You need a step stool for an elephant, too, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Although then
Anyone
the
would.
female warriors need that.
Yes.
So, big cosmic battles are happening here, right? Cosmic battles are happening. This is where this got so stunning to me, in, like, as I was doing research. Bandasura is able to call upon demons throughout time. So he calls upon, one example, he calls upon this demon named Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu, his deal was that his boon was that you can't get absolute immortality, but you can get pretty close. So Hiranyakashipu's deal was that he could not be killed indoors or outdoors.
Yeah, you remember this one?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could not be killed indoors or outdoors. Could not be killed during the day or during night.
Uh-huh. Yep. Trying
The
to
bullshit keeps coming.
be, trying to be
Yeah.
tricky.
Yeah, could not be killed by animals.
Uh-uh.
Could not be killed by gods.
But he listed off every single animal that
He
existed.
listed every animal that existed.
Yeah, every single one.
Because his brother tried the same thing. He was like, oh, I cannot be killed by any animals, and he missed the boar.
Yeah.
And that's where Vishnu transformed
Missed
himself into a boar,
Yeah.
Varaha, as we mentioned,
Yep.
and killed the demon oversight. So this guy mentioned all of them, and yes, and having all these terms.
Yeah.
Okay? This is where it gets crazy explanation for me. Like,
Oh.
more than like Krakoan resurrection stuff, yeah. Lalita, from her fingernails, for each of these demons, so there's Hiranyakashipu, before him was Hiranyaksha. She calls upon their god healers. So against Hiranyaksha, she, from her fingernail, or from her finger, creates Varaha, the second avatar of Vishnu.
Oh my
He
gosh.
battles with Hiranyaksha.
What? From
And-
this?
Yeah.
All right.
From this. She
All right.
she is the universe.
Okay.
Right? So that's like she is the universe against Hiranyakashipu. She calls upon the avatar of Vishnu that vanquished him, which was Narasimha. Narasimha's mostly like a lion-headed, not a god, because couldn't be killed by gods.
Yeah.
And in the original story, what he does is he takes Hiranyakashipu and he puts him on his knee, because he couldn't be killed on air or on land. So Hiranyakashipu places him on his knee
Yeah.
and starts disemboweling him
Yeah.
with claws.
Yeah. Just rips them apart.
Yeah. So this all happens again, right? This all happens again. Calls upon every single avatar of Vishnu, right? And like when I started this podcast, I learned so much. Like one of the big things in Hindu was the 10 avatars of Vishnu. Now I've come across this goddess who can just call them up with her fingers.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? So kills Hiranyaksha, kills Hiranyakashipu by summoning Varaha, by summoning Narasimha, by summoning the dwarf avatar Vimana.
You could just be making these up right now.
I could be, you're right, so I don't need to be focusing on much. There's another There's another epic called the Ramayana that happens, and there it's all about the god Rama, who's an avatar of Vishnu. And he goes in, like the main villain in that is this 10-headed demon named Ravana, and Ravana's brothers, including one who is a giant. So this was an entire epic that happened before the Mahabharata, and these demons come back, so she summons Rama.
Why not?
Yeah, so they're all kind of happening like right after the other, and in some sense like happening all at the same time. So you can see like all 10 avatars of Vishnu like together.
Because some haven't shown up in our times yet, right?
She even calls upon Kalki. And
What?
Kalki is like the 10th avatar of Vishnu who we have not even seen yet.
No.
Right? So she's really reaching into the time
Yeah.
space.
How does she even know about all these people? Because she's the universe. I just
Because-
answered my own question.
Yeah.
I just answered.
Because, yeah,
Because she's the universe and the universe knows everything.
yeah.
Okay,
That-
cool.
You got it.
I
So,
solved the whole thing.
you did. Absolutely
Lord.
did. So like epic battles are happening. Epic, like one after the other. This story is really long. When I got into it, it was like an hour-long video, and I was like, okay, I can do this little research. And I was like, oh, it's a 4-parter. So
Okay.
there's just no way I could do it justice here, but I was doing as much as I can just to show you guys, like, this was phenomenal. Like, and
Yeah.
I just love that you have this goddess that the Trimurti that Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu are praying to themselves to bring this goddess to bring this goddess to us. And so, yeah, so big epic battles. Every single thing that Bandasura tries fails miserably.
Same.
Wah, wah. It's okay.
And yeah, so like, and then finally it's her versus Bandasura. And
Like the original, her.
yes,
No copies.
the original
16 years
her,
old.
16 years
16
old,
years old,
ready to
and-
battle.
fires her own arrows at this thing. Oh, one thing to also mention. All of these goddesses are also, there are weapons in the Mahabharata known as astras,
Yeah.
which are weapons like given by the gods. Like one of the weapons is called the Brahmastra, which there are several stories in Mahabharata where like you can only fire it at a big massive demon because if it goes anywhere else you're going to destroy the entire world.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll say like the Mahabharata, the main heroes are 5 brothers, very masculine based. Arjuna being the middle one and the most skilled, the star of the Bhagavad Gita. He's the one who has gotten all these great, powerful masculine weapons. But in these stories, it's Varahi, the four-faced one, who's shooting the Brahmastra.
Cool.
So all of these epic weapons are now, all of them are in this story. A lot of them used by the women as well.
Beautiful.
Right? So she, to end the battle, like fires her arrow and does kill Bandasura.
Oh
Toasted gingerbread.
no. Toasted.
Toasted gingerbread.
Does he
Right.
poof? Does he go back to ash? Does he just explode and
What happens is actually, this also took like 60,000 years.
oh boy.
Right?
Oh boy.
Little minor aspect there.
Yeah.
Because they're gods and goddesses, they can live forever.
She's 16 the whole time.
She's 16 the whole time.
She's gonna be 16 forever,
Yeah.
isn't she?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't know about that.
And now I've lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry.
The weapon.
Exploded.
Yeah, so then she is able to bring back Kamadev.
Oh,
There are variations of the story. So in some sense, it's like, in one version of the story, Kamadev dies and then becomes other real, and then comes back as like a descendant of Krishna.
yeah.
But then in this story, nope, actually she brings him back.
Cool.
Much to the delight of to his wife as well.
Does she just pull him out of the universe? And he just reforms?
I'm
How
assuming
did
she
this-
uses
how
the
did
same
this work?
ash.
Okay.
I think she uses the ash. Let's say this: she uses the ash with a whole bunch of light from her light of 1,000 suns,
Okay.
and brings back love into the universe.
I imagine a lot of glowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is glowing. She is absolutely radiant throughout this whole thing. She is very much like seen as like just the light of the universe.
Cool.
To form her, it was this idea of pure consciousness, which was denoted by Shiva, and then with eternal light. So very much that. Yeah, epic, giant, super summarized battle
Yeah.
for you guys
Yeah.
in that one. But all these other just like layers to it as well. Yeah. Awesome. The chariot.
Yes.
Okay. So, what I love about Hindu mythology is just the fact that, as I said, like everything is kind of connected to itself, and there is the chariot is also we have depictions of it, and it's called the Sri Yantra. So mantra in Hindu mythology is a sound. So like Om, and then you have like Om Namah Shivaya. Dedications to Shiva are mantras, and what is, according to the science of the believers, each one of these sounds are meant to be ones that resonate deeply with us as like the human level. So like it really goes to like wizarding stuff, right? We're like, oh, the ancient like languages that all the old wizards know. That is like Om Namah Shivaya is meant to be like a mantra for that Om to kind of center ourselves in the universe. And then it's the elements, right? And that's all. Yeah, Shiva I know is fire, so Namah Shivaya, so earth, fire, wind, water, is inherent in that. So that is a mantra. A yantra is an image of it.
Oh. The yantra?
A yantra.
Yantra.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you have all these different yantras. The chariot that she rides is signified by something known as the Sri Yantra. And Sri Yantra is wealth. So if you search on your phones for Sri Yantra, you will see an image you may have seen already, but it's basically this assortment of triangles, upside down and, well, depending how you look at a triangle. But an assortment of triangles, making together 43 triangles. And you have some triangles where an equal amount are pointed down, and then some of those pointed up. The ones pointed up are meant to signify our masculine energy, and then the ones pointed down are our feminine energy. And so the yantra is basically meant to be this merging of this idea, and like a merging of our masculine and feminine selves. So it's so it's like this great geometric pattern of that, and then even in like the mythology of it all, like each of the goddesses, there's meant to be 9 layers of that, as there are of this, and there are meant to be gods on each one of those. And supposedly it's a great tool for wealth. If you meditate on this, you will get wealthy.
I'm definitely going to note that down.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody write that down.
Yeah, everybody write down Sri Yantra, it will change our lives, maybe. So that is meant to be kind of her, like her chariot that she rides.
Cool.
For this whole thing. So, yeah. That's what I've got currently for you guys. So,
Okay.
What questions do you guys have?
What does it mean, do you think, that love was killed by grief and then came back as a child? Like,
Yeah.
she didn't live for 16 years. She doesn't have to be 16, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just so strange that that's the form that comes back to rediscover love or
Yeah.
reassemble love.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But I think one of the things to know about her is that this is the concept of the Mahavidyas. So you have the 10 Mahavidyas in Hindu mythology who are 10 female aspects of female characters, and she is kind of one. And they're all like different ages. And the idea is that from each of them, there's great wisdom that we can gain from them about the self. I think that's up to us to figure out, really, because I don't know the answer, which is why I'm saying that. But it's very purposeful, right? Like it's very purposeful. Like 16, whatever we were like at that age, whatever women were like at that age, still being youthful, mature.
But on the cusp of starting like maturity, on the cusp of adulthood.
Yeah.
That's 16 for sure.
Yeah.
Was there any older versions of?
Of the Mahavidyas?
Yeah.
So, okay, so the story of the Mahavidyas, the story where Shiva's wife dies. She basically goes to a party by her dad where she was uninvited, because they invited everybody except for Sati and Shiva. Because they didn't like Shiva, he smoked too much weed.
It was very, very rude. Yeah, they did not like his husband.
And so she was like, well, I'm going to go. I'm still going to go to the party. Because it's my dad. Like, he wouldn't. I'm sure it got lost in the mail.
He didn't do it on purpose.
We live in the Himalayas.
Couldn't have.
Who knows how we could have got here. I mean, granted, they invited everybody else. They invited demons. They invited witches. But I'm sure something got lost in the mail. I'm sure I meant to be there.
Yeah.
And Shiva was like, no, you shouldn't go. They argued for a bit. Now, like, she goes, and then she ends up throwing herself into the fire, so that happens. But before that happens, Shiva's like, no, you shouldn't go. I think you're an idiot for going. And she takes on the Kali form.
Yeah, she does.
Alright, so the Kali form, burnt black skin, long, frightening tongue, very vampiric looking. And Shiva's like, fuck. And he tries to tiptoe away, and then in front of him is this other woman, and this one looks similar to Kali, but is blue.
Yeah.
And also has the gull and the skulls. And this is Tara. And she's also like staring him down.
Say something.
Yep, so he's like,
Do it.
he's like double fuck.
You've been in this position?
Yeah. Listen, I think all wives have. All partners have been in this position. So.
I've been good my entire life.
Back to the story.
So Tara's there and he's like a double fuck. Then he goes, let's say east, and another Mahavidya comes up.
Yeah.
And he goes in all directions, and each one looks different. And it's her saying, I am the feminine force, I am the Shakti force of the universe. I am the universe. Because one of the ones that shows up is Lalita Tripura Sundari. And so, like, no one talks to me like this.
Yeah, I'm going to this goddamn party.
I'm going to the party, whatever happens, happens. I am the cosmic force in this entire universe.
Yeah.
And Shiva's like, all right, go please, take the bull. Take down the, my bad, sorry, and sends her off. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you the simplest and one of my favorite ones of the Mahavidyas. There's a story of her where she is, I'm forgetting her name and I apologize for that. She's walking with her friends.
Her gal pals, right?
She's walking with her gal pals.
Yeah, that's right.
They just came back from who knows what. And they're walking
They were
home.
shopping
They were
at the
just
market.
shopping.
They're
Yeah.
shopping at the market.
Feels stereotypical, but okay.
Everyone shops at a market.
Everyone shops at the market. But they didn't buy any food. Right? Because they're going back, and one of the women is just like, one of the friends is like, I'm really hungry. Can you whip up some food for us? And Parvati, which is like the original name, Parvati's like, we're almost where we need to be. We'll get this and we'll be fine, we'll get home.
I don't have any sandwiches, okay?
I don't have any chutney sandwiches with me.
Yeah.
And what happens there, and then they walk a little further and the friend's like, I'm really hungry. Just whip up something. Finally, after like a couple more instances like this, Parvati's like, whatever, man. So she takes out her sickle and chops off her own head. Chops off her own head.
Seems dramatic.
Has it flip and she catches it in her hand. And there are 3 splurts of blood that come out of her neck.
Incredible.
And her friends just position themselves so that the blood pours into their mouths.
Like a chocolate fountain.
Yep. And exactly. Like a chocolate fountain
Yeah.
with a lot of red dye.
Look, 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 look.
And
Delicious.
the third one is going into her own mouth that she's carrying.
Which is what? It would just pour out. I don't understand. Anyway, I don't get
Somehow it congealed, I
it.
guess.
It's that's how the fountain
Yeah.
continues.
And that's the story. That's her story.
That's it.
Yeah. And it's a horrific thing to see. Like, you can get images of it, and it's a horrific thing to look at. But It's meant to signify just her love of her friends and her just abundance of it.
Yeah. And they're all really casual about it, right? They're like, cool, thank you for the snack.
Yeah.
And then she just pops her head back on and calls it a day.
Yeah, I was in the impression this was happening all the time.
Yeah.
Because the friends were not freaked out by the fact
Yeah.
that, you know, she just removed her head.
Yeah.
They just like, oh, I'll have some of that. And they were nourished with the
Delicious.
blood of the goddess.
So good.
Yeah. Any other questions from you guys? Otherwise, we can turn it to the audience.
The audience has questions. I don't want to hog it, but I
Yeah.
can keep going too. So,
How about
Yeah.
you? Okay.
You were earlier talking about like, some of the meaning about like how do you put about what does it mean for grief to kill love and that, and then I was the entire time you were telling the story I was thinking about how it's supposed to be reflecting on for us to reflect on ourselves and learn from our own stories. It was interesting he ashes the god of love.
Yeah.
Makes a thing out of it. It's like, and that was that resonated with me. The idea that you look at what you've done, you try to fix it, and you still can't be satisfied with how you try to fix it, and that becomes something that becomes a demon that takes over
Yeah.
your whole world.
Yeah.
Right, like that. I've literally been there, and that was fascinating to have you prime me to listen to the story both in like the literal what we're hearing, but also the metaphor. That was really I just thought that was really interesting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. There's a version of one of the other Mahavidyas is one who she's hungry and Shiva's meant to go and make dinner or go hunting or something like that, and he's taking his time. So finally she's like, whatever, and she eats him.
Yeah. You took too long, buddy.
And he comes out of it after a while. But this form of her is like an old clone.
Yeah.
Like a just scary, like zombified gray clone. Her skin, like there's smoke, not steam. There's smoke coming out of her. And it's this union of like her and him again. But it is, I think, it signifies just as age and grief. And like what we learn even from that wisdom of like, from getting older and like learning from ourselves and all the tragedies that happen in our lives and like ingesting that in some way and processing it. Any others?
I was just thinking, so you said that there are 10 ages for her.
10 Mahavidya, 10 forms of her.
10 forms of her, and they're all different ages.
It does, yes.
So, and at 16, that would be a significant age for females at that time. They'd be starting families. And so, are the other ages like representing different life stages? I mean, you've got the crone when you're older. You've got different ages for different stages.
You know, let me go back a little bit. Not all the ages are signified. So there is hers, and then she brings out from herself another one, like 9.
The 9-year-old.
The
Yeah.
9-year-old, and then. So, and each of these figures is meant to like have some aspect of wisdom. So, yeah, I don't know if they're signifying the ages of the others. I don't know if they necessarily do, except like as we say, the old crone is. But within those ones, like within Parvati herself, I think there is wisdom to be found from stages of life. And then the other goddesses of the 10 are for other aspects of where we get our wisdom from.
I was curious about, this story is like spoken and written many times and changed across time, and like incorporates other stories. Is there a sense, or has anyone looked into like why this woman-centric story suddenly came into this very male-centric story? There's an Icelandic saga that people think is the only one that was like kind of composed and spoken by women, because it has all these aspects of like domestic life that dudes would leave out of their stories because they didn't know about it. And so I'm wondering if there's like some...
Yeah. What I can say to this is like, so a lot of the stories in Hindu mythology, it's being told, in the sense like even the being told is part of it. So the Mahabharata, it's Vyasa having a conversation with the god Ganesha, and that's how the Mahabharata is written. But even that story, there's other versions where it's someone telling the story of the Mahabharata to someone on the deathbed. this story begins with the Rishi Agastya, who is a fascinating fellow. And he's kind of looking and touring around the world and just seeing the decline. Just seeing love kind of dying, seeing selfishness on the rise, and he's just losing his faith in humanity. Because there's like, where's the love? Like, why are we treating each other so badly? And like all things are going wrong. And then he gets a conversation with Riva, which is one of the forms of Vishnu, the horse-headed form of Vishnu. And then Riva tells him this story. So, tells him this story of Tripura Sundari. And so, like, the idea that this was told when we didn't have any love. This was told because there was no love in the world. What is wrong with it? And then he comes out and tells him this epic of epics of female power, of the female power of the universe, managing to kind of come and take center stage of destroying evil. And I'll say, like, from my own experience of this is, I was into I only got into Hindu mythology really like during the pandemic. I've been obsessed with mythology beforehand. But then I stayed away from this because of the religious aspects. And then the pandemic, and so like I need something infinite to read. And I have been, and this was that.
Yeah.
And it's more than that because, oh God, there's the Mahabharata, and after this there's the Ramayana, and then all these other aspects of it. So I myself, like just speaking of myself, and just listening to these stories, and the Mahabharata, as I've talked to some other Indians, everybody knows of the Mahabharata. They don't necessarily know the whole thing, but they know of the Mahabharata. And then I discovered the Mahavidyas maybe 4 months ago, or 2 months ago, like before we did the one episode that's actually out now, the latest episode. And the stories are out there. The stories are absolutely out there.
Yeah.
And then I went on the internet and like I found them. But these ones are not as well known. And especially when looking at the Mahavidyas, so Shiva is the one who to me has always been one of the most powerful and frightening. And so then to have him dwarfed by 10 other forms, female forms, like this is awesome. And then each of their stories, especially like this one where like I can resurrect gods from every timeline of this battle. But this story is not as well known. And it's so, I love the fact that these stories are out there. And partly why I chose, like, this is the one I want to do for everyone here, is like, let's bring these stories back. Like, these are the stories that we can get real wisdom from as we face our own crisis of global consciousness and things like that.
Yeah, and I think what you said about like who's telling the stories, I mean, there are a lot more books now on the Mahabharata that are written by women from the women's perspective, and so I've been kind of digging into some of those that have like specific, like this one's about Draupadi, this one's about Kunti, this one's about like the big hitters of the females in the story itself. So I think it's really interesting what you said about who's telling the story, and I wonder why that horse-headed god. Like, what was his influence? Like, what influenced that god to tell a female-powered story? You know, did he have a great mom? Like, what's going on? Like, raised by his aunts? You know, like who knows? But like thinking about like that kind of things, what influenced that god's perspective? To be able to share that story, I think that's interesting.
There's also there's a lot of people who when they talk about God in the universe, and not all Hindus, like there's so many Hindus because there's so many variations. But there's the idea of like Ma or mother.
Yeah.
And for this case, I think he's telling a story about the mother of the universe. As the universe.
And the mother, like the caring aspect, maybe, you know, that's, okay, we need to talk about love, let's talk about mother.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the mother of the universe who can hopefully fix love.
And I think, yes.
Which is a big thing.
Absolutely. And
to try to do.
The fact that they go through the 10 avatars of Vishnu throughout time.
Yeah.
Like there's even like a recontextualizing the story of like, this is all one story under like her story, where these all kind of happened more spread out. But she, of course, is like the one that is beyond all of that, and the great power that they all like or the Timoti themselves will play to and see as their mother.
I wonder what she's like on like a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she's so powerful, and like, you know, after the battle, do all of her multiplicities like go back into her, and then she just goes and watches, you know, or reads a book.
I mean, she's 16.
Yeah, she's got to chill out
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah.
Hang out with her friends. You know,
I think
Drink
she's
some
enjoying
blood.
life.
drink some blood, her own blood.
Yeah.
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 Well, no, that's a
So,
But I like to think about it in that way. Like, we hear about the big epic stories, but then what are they like? What are they like in everyday life?
yeah.
You know? I want to hear that story.
Sure.
It's probably really boring,
It might be.
but that's
What are
okay.
we watching? Yeah.
Yeah. What are they watching?
Yeah.
The stars. They're watching the stars.
Yeah.
They're watching the horses.
Yeah. Anything else from you folks? Audience? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have advice about like where to learn or read more?
Sorry?
Do you have advice about where to like learn or read more?
Yeah.
Where to learn or read more.
I will say that I came up with the podcast idea. The reason we have a guest each time, and I will ask my guests questions of like, what is your familiarity with the Mahabharata? And almost all of our guests are like almost next to nothing.
Yeah.
The idea, like truly, like what I want for this podcast is to share the story with people with no idea, and to make it something that you can come in and out of, and appreciate every piece of the story. So yes, our podcast is great, but also our podcast is also kind of like it's a beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have certain authors that I do like that we can discuss. Like Ramesh Menon is one of the texts that I do.
But you can like get a Penguin Classics version of the Mahabharata
Yeah.
at a bookstore.
Yeah.
But there are tons of different translations, and I imagine some were done with maybe more respect or skill than others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also like deep dive books on specific characters, or so if you're reading like the full text and you're like, this person's cool, then you can most likely
Yeah.
find multiple books on that one
Yeah.
character. It's just been around so long, you know?
And they exist. I don't know how many. Like, I will go to India and pick out like several books and bring them back here. So I know that you can get some at libraries, because I've done that for a couple of books too. So yeah, that's what I mean. There's a comic book series that's good. I first read the comic book, and that gave me a nice little framework. And then I read like bigger, longer texts.
It's more like a graphic novel, really.
Yeah,
It's like
it's more like a novel.
yeah, because it's like thick, baby.
Yeah, and then
She's
Shiva.
thick.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I hope that answers like your question there. Yeah. Folks, thank you all for being here. This is awesome. I enjoy doing this very much. Not Your Mother's Mahabharata is the name of our podcast. RTFM is the name of Erin's, as well as Nightcrawler is my boyfriend. Nightcrawler is my boyfriend, if you're an X-Men fan, which everyone should be. This is an easy thing to ask people to do today. I always have the way I end the podcast episodes, and as I think you all here at Convergence, have an imaginative day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Not Your Mother's Mahabharata. Please like and subscribe to the podcast so that you don't miss our next episode. My name is Satish Jayaraj, and I am your storyteller and researcher. My wife and co-host is Azure Anderson. Azure also wrote the theme music, she did all the editing and producing, and essentially did all the work to get this podcast to you. Without her, it would just be me swearing ancient stories to friends in our living room.
If you want to support the podcast and hear additional content, you can do so by becoming a member of the podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/NYMM podcast.
We would like to thank our current patrons for their support. Errol the Hamster, Dinosaur Sauce, Praveen Prem Kumar, and Mitchell Kusek.
Have an imaginative day.